and any. Right, CK, what I'll tell you, what markets have opened, so I'm just going to take it from there and start talking about the first rates which are just kicking in right now. I think there is a bit of a bounce which is there in banks, but it's too early to say that are banks really out of the woods. I would definitely start with Reliance. Reliance came out with a very strong denial where they said we cannot confirm, we will inform. However, we would insist that retail investors should be a bit wary of a lot of speculation which is going on. Now, surely if a stock's up 7-8% on that size, law of gravity somewhere would kick in. The breadth is looking exceedingly well, so I'm just going to very quickly move away and start addressing some of the so-called mid-cap stocks before we start addressing the large-cap stocks. So first I want to address HDFC Life. Let's look at Grasim, let's look at Idea, and let's look at Bharti. Is there anything which is happening in the telecom space right now? Well, Naukri has got the investment in Zomato right. If they go public, it's going to be massive unlocking for them, and that I think is helping the stock, which is now part of the F&O space, up about 1.5% right now. What is correcting? Well, nothing in a very meaningful manner can be called as a big loser, but I would watch out for UPL because that's where a lot of action has started shifting. Morgan Stanley, Credit Suisse, all of them are telling their clients it's time to buy corporate banks, corporate banks, corporate banks. We've put a data out saying that the difference between HDFC Bank and an Axis Bank is a historic high now. So let's see how that space moves. US tech slightly puffy duffy, but that's not changing life for Indian tech here. And if I have to really talk about a broader market outperformance, I think it's clearly visible in select metal names, autos, mid-cap IT, and select pharma names.
Yeah, that's where it is. It's a bit of a limbo, this market right now. You can't really drop any trend. It's absolutely flat for the Nifty. The only solace is that you got the market breath holding out in favor of the advances. Infratel has bounced about 2.5%. There's Concor as well, I see on my screens, and over 2% move coming in. Canara Bank is holding out. Piramal Enterprises is looking good. And then Info Edge. Erstwhile Info Edge, now Naukri, that's made a good move, about 1.5% higher right now. This has got to be really the news one or star performer today. On the flip side, PVR, Infosys, Cummins, Adani Ports, HCL Technologies. But again, there's no massive winner on the one end and there is no massive loser as well on the other. The maximum gainer right now is Infratel with a 3% move, and the biggest loser is HCL Technologies with just a 1% dip.